I All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, by Hashem Shai, by Hashem Kudash. The bonus be unto the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you, who would like that to push not this word of thought, truth, and sincerity. To all you, I can say Shalom. All right, Shabbat Shalom. Basically, I'm going to go into basically the quick lesson going off on the phrase fishers of men. All right, because with these false camps, all right, and these false prophets and such, all right, you got your modern day celebrities that come into this thing and think that they could, prance around right here acting like they're the head honcho and whatnot, like Brandon T. Jakes, which, if I'm not mistaken, a year ago he was the same one which I got on, basically because he was going into the idea that we're here to wake up the whole nation. All right, he even made the statement, I don't care about what the scriptures say. I'm here to, I'm here to wake up the whole nation, which the Lord ain't dealing with the whole nation. And that's the same mindset that these false camps such as ISUPK and IOIC have. All right, here it is. They don't have to get into prophecy. All right, and when they do, they butcher it, severely and very badly. And each time they're in the highways and hedges, they're always, coming in with the idea that they're here to wake up the whole nation. All right, which the Lord ain't dealing with the whole nation, man. And there's some scriptures to prove that. All right, but they're basically one what Yahweh Shai said, in Matthew the 4th chapter, verse Slaki, bear with me, Hakim. All right, verse 18, it says, "And Yahweh Shai, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brethren, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he saith unto them, Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Hey, you see? So when he made the statement, "I will make fishers of men," he wasn't referring to, fishing the whole nation, all right, all the men of our people. No. All right, he was referring to the elect. That's why Akim constantly make the notion that we're fishers of the elect, not fishers of men. All right, to make it more simpler for you and more obvious, we're here to fish for the elect. All right, because understanding 2/3 of the nation of Israel will not get it, and it's been programmed that way by the Heavenly Father on high. So to prove that is the book of Zechariah, the 13th chapter, verse 8, and it goes on to say, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein." Because look at the pie chart, and there's 3/3 of the nation of Israel, 2/3 being these wicked as degenerate spirits of our people, and then there's that third that shall be left in, which is a 1/3 and plus the 144,000 servants of prophets. All right, they comprise of the elect, and they're gonna be preserved. All right, that is whom the Lord is dealing with. Hence, why the scriptures you always read about, scriptures even saying how the Lord shall deliver His remnant, and the election were affrighted and such. Why? Because the remnant and elect are interchangeable. They refer to the same group of people. All right, and that is what the Lord is dealing with, not the whole nation. All right, the hell with the 2/3. All right, the other apostle Tahar even said you could, the hell with them. You could lay curses upon them, such. And that was on his old channel, a couple years ago, on his old channel, GMS Doc YouTube. Hey, that's what I can be doing. All right, you got a wicked ass, degenerate wicked Jake, and man, they vex us so that we end up laying curses upon him. Digressing back, verse 9 says, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power." Yeah, because we constantly going through temptation, but we will overcome that. All right, an example being Job when he got tried, and you have to realize, man, that the things he went through was out of nowhere. All right, for him, it was out of nowhere. And he was a just man, which basically when you go through a test is basically to show your sincerity, all right, to show your virtue unto the Heavenly Father. And Job overcame that, man. He ended up going through one of the worst types of hells, man, to ever, to ever experience. All right, he lost his children, he lost his his stuff, all right, his property, like the camels, all that stuff, his servants. He lost all his wealth. Even his health deteriorated. And not only that, but man, you had his wife. All right, damn Eve, talking shit. All right, he couldn't even have a supportive wife. So lucky he couldn't even have a supportive wife. All right, here it is that Eve even said, curse God and die. What are we talking about, curse God and die? Hell no. Which, out of Job, Job didn't curse the Lord. All right, at all. Basically to show sincerity. He overcame that temptation, man. Another example of that would be Yahushai. All right, Yahushai, all his life he just went through, was mocked and scoffed. Basically made a byword. All right, he basically, nearly got stoned so many times. Always had these death threats, against Yahushai. All right, he had a bunch of temptations with the tempter and all that stuff, such and such, And not only that, but his end was basically getting slew on that cross. All right, now he came out, but damn, that was the worst death in the whole history of the entire earth, man. So he's another example on sincerity, on being tried and overcoming. Whereas if you see a 2/3 Jake out here that crypting in the words already that's in this thing of ours and goes with temptation, they ain't really any of the life because they're gonna bug out. All right, yeah, you heard tons of stories about the Ark and talking about various people that that were in the camps, all right, that and ended up falling out. All right, they made an excuse to miss out camp, and that was the end of that. All right, they feel like shit, they felt worthless, and that's a wrap. Such a thing is various such things, such and such, and that goes to show you that not everybody is gonna make it. All right, they ended up falling out, going back into the world. Here it is, you had some clown, all right, who used to be a believer and ended up being a hater, and now he ended up getting killed on the tree, man. All right, he ended up crashing into a tree. And that was really the spirit, because that same day that happened, or the day after, some guy crashed onto a tree. All right, when I was driving by, but going out says, I will say this, my people, and they shall see that the Lord is my power. Yeah, when he says it is my people, referring to that third, all right, not the 2/3, it goes to show you, how the Lord has a love for the elect. Whereas these 2/3 he fucking hates, man. Hey, see? The Lord ain't no passive power. Man, the Lord could get on you. The Lord's not some type of happy power. No, the Lord hates, man. The Lord could love and he could hate, which goes to show a just balance as well. All right, so to say that we're here to wake up the whole elect, it's like to wake up the whole nation. It's off. We're here to wake up the elect, not the whole nation. Here it is. He reading the book of Romans, the 9th chapter. Maslakia, not the 9th chapter. 11th chapter. It says in verse 7, what then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for. Yeah, and what do they seek for? The truth. All right, that's why I can always make the statement, make the notion that Israel's the most, a spiritual people in the entire existence. Slacky about that, in the entire existence. And that's true, all right? You got Eve out here in these churches. They try and find something, all right? They try and find someone, to worship. That's why you always hear them when they're singing their songs. They always cry and start jiggling and whatnot. Go to show you how badly they actually want to worship somebody. But they can't. Because the Lord never put the spirit on them to actually understand that the Heavenly Father, the so-called black man, whose name is Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Yahushai, the so-called black man, too. And they're here, basically they're terrible. They're ruthless. They could be ruthless if they want to. The Lord never put the spirit on them to actually receive these type of things. So what then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it. All right, not these 2/3. All right, the elect. All right, elect is synonymous with the word remnant. All right, that should be left therein. So, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. See? So the rest of the nation of Israel, these 2/3, they're blinded. All right, because the Lord ain't dealing with them. The Lord never wanted it. Now, that's why you look into these that's why the Lord set up these false prophets, all right, these false camps about. Why? Because, he's here to save the masses of our people. All right, because understanding, there'll be Jake out here that come into this thing, but the Lord ain't wanting to deliver, so that's why he set up various false prophets, such as Deacon Akal, with Sakari. Now they're bugging out, breaking down the scriptures wrong, which back then, before they were okay. Now they're completely through with their teaching. How much we're not supposed to hear to worship Yahushai, and the book of Hebrews is false and whatnot. All right, so any people that uphold the law, when even the apostle Paul even stated that we're not going to be delivered for our works. All right, this ain't about we're not going to be delivered for how good we kept the law. We cannot keep the law 100% at all. We're in captivity. We're here to rehearse righteous acts. We're in this flesh. All right, so that's an example of whom the Lord set up, to deceive the masses of our people. That's why you got people out here, thinking that Yahweh Shai don't exist. All right, now New Testament don't exist. Now only black people are the Israelites. You guys call yourselves of a certain tribe. Well, how you gonna with Fope out there, you got Fopi. Those clowns out there. They if I'm not mistaken, they label themselves, within the 12 tribes, yet they all look the same. All right, how can you distinguish a so-called black man from a tribe of Judah to the tribe of Issachar? I don't know. All right, see, then you got these bug eyes out here going, well, I'm not talking about the Lord's here to deliver the whole nation. We just gotta keep on prophesying and wake them up, and then judgment's gonna come to pass regardless if you want it or not. All right, you see it hopping up before your eyes. Hey, you got 2/3 of the nation of Israel still bugging the fuck out, man. Meanwhile, we're in a fucking famine. All right, so we're in a famine, and you talking about we're here to wake up the whole nation. The hell with the whole nation, man. The Lord ain't dealing with the whole nation. Simple as that. All right, even in the book of Romans, the 8th chapter, it's like this 9th chapter, verse 6, it says, "Not as though the word of Yahweh hath taken an effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel." See, this word don't reach Jake, man. All right, here it is. We're constantly out there in the highways and hedges. We basically do the introduction. All right, we're here saying that we're prophesying the downfall of America and Babylon the Great. Preach repentance for the kingdom is at hand, and to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We got the tribe chart out there. Such. We're constantly breaking down the scriptures the correct way. All right, the correct doctrine, 100% truth, which we learned this truth from the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. All right, that is who we learned this truth from. All right. We're not gonna bring out a false doctrine. We're gonna teach the correct doctrine as the Lord commanded us to do so. And that'd be disrespectful if we broke down the scriptures the wrong way. So we're here we're teaching you the correct doctrine. We're teaching the correct truth. We're breaking down scriptures the right way, filtering out prophecy and such the history by way of these scriptures. Say you guys don't want to listen. All right, this word doesn't reach to you. All right, like the other apostle Ariam Lab stated, a while back, a long time ago. This word bounces off your ears. All right, it ricochets off your ears. See, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. See. So you guys are basically not being dealt with. In other words, which you go into Isaiah the 6th chapter and going on down to verse 9. The Heavenly Father was speaking to Isaiah, saying, and he said, "Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not." And we're always on the highways and hedges, so lucky about that. We're on the highways and hedges, and we're constantly bringing out the scriptures. All right, we're breaking down in the most simplest of way, all right, in layman's terms. Yet you guys cannot receive it. All right, make the heart of these people fat and make their ears heavy. And shut their eyes, lest they see with their ears, and hear with their lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, which that word heart goes back to the Hebrew word lab, which means their mind. Hey, see, so you guys are basically simpletons. You guys are basically natural men. All right, you guys receive nothing of these spiritual gifts that we receive. All right, you guys cannot decipher these secrets. So going on, we're reading verse 7. It says, "Make the heart of the people fat and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed." See? So the Lord ain't dealing with the whole nation, man. All right, because if it was so, if basically put the Spirit upon you to actually understand these things, you guys will be converted and be healed. But the Lord ain't wanting these 2/3 to be converted and healed. Or converted basically meaning to be reformed from your ways. All right, from your wicked ways. All right, basically bringing that old man, basically applying, taking heed and applying the scriptures into your daily life, in your life. All right, make this a lifestyle like you do with the gym and all that stuff, with your diet. Hey, you're trying to be like Yahweh Shai. The Lord ain't wanting you to be converted, man. The Lord wants you to stay a wicked person, a wicked spirit, a wicked demonic spirit. All right. He don't want you to be converted and healed. Man, see? And understand with their heart and convert and be slacky, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. Woo, man. See, that's why he set up these false prophets and to basically be a stumbling block unto you all, man. All right, not only that, but it's really an angel blocking you from receiving this word. Verse 11, then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without men, and the land be utterly desolate, and the Lord have removed man far away, and there be a grave forsaken in the midst of the land, going to the destruction that's at hand. All right, see? So the Lord is saying he's going to prevent y'all from hearing, until that destruction happens. All right? But yet in it shall be a tenth, which that tenth is referring to the elect. And it shall return and shall be eaten, and as a tall tree and as an oak whose substance is in them, when they cast their leaves, so the holy seed shall be the substance thereof. Basically meaning how once these 2/3 get wiped out in that fire, the Lord's going to deliver his elect, his remnant. And through that elect, all right, the whole nation will be populated. All right, plus more. All right, we're going to have more children. All right, after we bring back the 2/3. So, and man, again, proving the point, when Yahweh Shai made the statement, I have made you fishers of men, he wasn't referring to the whole nation. He was referring to the elect. All right, because the Lord ain't dealing with these, 2/3, man. But I'm gonna end it off right there, But with that being, I hope this video was edifying. Until the next one, let's say shalom.